Hello students, I'm back with a new lesson, new poem, Rain on the Roof by Code Skinny. Before starting, let us see what are the contents of the presentation. Introduction of the poem and its explanation, literary devices in the poem and glossary. Now literary devices in the poem is the rhyming scheme of the poem, and after that what figures of speech are used in the poem, etc. Now, introduction to the poem. What the poem is all about. The poem Rain on the Roof talks about the poet's varied reactions to the sound of the raindrops falling on the roof of his house. He says that the raindrops at night are like tears shed by the sad dark night. He loves to lie in bed and hear rain falling on the roof of his room because it gets back sweet memories of the past. He says that the sound of the raindrops helps him fall asleep and gives him sweet dreams. He has memories of his loving mother who would put them to sleep. So, here, Poet Skinny, the poet of the Rain of the Roof poem, talks about the various reactions, talks about the various feelings, emotions, memories that he used to have during rain. When it rains, the poet loves to lie on the bed and hear rain falling on the roof of his room because it gets back sweet memories of his past. He says that the raindrops, the sound of the rain, helps him to fall asleep and gives him sweet dreams and sweet memories. He also has memories of his mother who would put them to sleep when it used to rain in the past. Poem and the explanation, stanza 1. When the humid shadows here, it is addressed to the cloud, the water laden cloud which are about, the dark black clouds which are about to rain. When the humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres means the stars and other celestial bodies, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears. What a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. The poet is saying that when the humid shadows hover, here humid shadows refer to the dark clouds which are full of water or which are about to rain. The poet is saying that when the sky is full of these clouds which are moisture laden or are full of water and are about to bring rain, when such clouds hover around in the sky, hover around means to move over the sky, all the starry spheres they disappear. At that time, huge clouds which are full of moisture move around in the sky, and the sad darkness of the night is wiped off by the raindrops which seem to like tears falling from the sky. Here, the black the black dark cloud is compared to the sad cloud, and the raindrops they are compared to the tears of the cloud. The sad it is expressed as the cloud, sad cloud is weeping, and the raindrops are compared to the tears of the sky. The poet is comparing raindrops to tears and says that the dark sky, which seems to be very sad, it appears as if it is crying, and raindrops are the tears shed by it. Same thing. The poet is comparing drops to the tears, and he is also comparing the dark sky like the sad sky. And as someone is sad, so after some time, because of sadness, we used to cry. In the same sense, in the same kind, the sad cloud is crying, and the raindrops are compared as its tears. He adds that it is like a blessing to lie on the bed of his room. Cottage chamber means his bedroom, and listen to the sound made by the raindrops falling on the roof. He says that it is a blessing because many people, they don't have house to live in the rainy days. If we compare we are blessed, we people are blessed, we people are very privileged that we are having shelter on our heads, to which protects us from the natural factors. But there are many people who are homeless, who don't have a home to live in, and that's why the poet is saying, I am blessed that I have a bed in my room, and in that I am lying on the bed and listening to the sound of the raindrops falling on the roof. Every tinkle on the shingles are the rectangular tiles on the roof. What is shingles? Rectangular tiles on the roof, and tinkle is the sound of the rain dropping on the tiles. Okay, every tinkle on the shingles, he has an echo in the heart. What has an echo in the heart? The sound of the water falling on the rectangular tile of the roof creates an echo in the poet's heart. The sound of the water falling on the shingles. Shingles are the rectangular tiles of the roof. The water falling on the rectangular tiles of the roof, it creates an echoing sound in the hearts of the poet. And 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start. And 1,000 dreamy fancies means, or dreamy fancies means all the dreamy memories, all the past memories associated with the rain, they start coming into the poet's mind into busy being start. What is busy being here? Busy being means human being. And who is human being in this poem? The poet. The poet is saying that in my mind, 1,000 of dreamy fancies, 1,000 of memories start recollecting. And 1,000 of recollections weave their hair threads into woof. And thousands of memories, they weave their threads into a woof. And I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof. And with this, all memories, all fancies, all dreams, what the poet is doing? Poet is simply listening the patter of the rain upon the roof. Okay. The poet is expressing his feelings when he hears the raindrops falling on the rooftop of his house. He says that every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart. Whenever he hears rain falling on the rooftop, the sound repeats in his heart and in his dreams. He has many different fanciful imaginations. He adds that the sound of the rain falling on the rooftop creates many new different dreams in his mind. He recollects many memories of the past which come back into his mind as dreams. So he says that as he listens to the patter of the rain upon the roof, he has many new dreams in his mind, and the memories of the past come back in the form of dreams. So in the second stanza, the poet has has talked about all the memories, dreams, and associated or related with the rain. Third stanza, now in memory comes my mother. Now who is coming to the poet's memory when it is raining? His mother. As she used to be years ago. Years ago, that means she is no more in the world now. To regard the darling dreamers as she left them till the dawn. To regard the darling dreamers. Who are the darling dreamers? The children of the mother, poet and his siblings. She used to look at them and she used to make them comfortable, used to let them sleep till the dawn. Oh, feel her fond look on me as I list to this refrain, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. So, the poet is remembering, the poet is feeling, or the poet is just missing that fond look, that lovable look of his mother, which she used to give to her children when it used to rain, and she used to make them to sleep. Here the poet introduces his mother. He says that he is dreaming of his mother. As he had told in the previous stanza that rains bring memories in the past. What rains are bringing to the poet? In the second stanza we have seen that the rain is bringing the memories of the past. It is the memory of his mother who is no longer alive. She is no more in this world. In the past, she used to love him a lot. She used to consider him a darling, and she would let him sleep till the daybreak and have sweet dreams. What the mother used to do? She used to pamper the poet and she used to love him and make him sleep till the daybreak and let the poet have sweet dreams in his sleep. The poet can still feel that his mother is looking at him, and he listens to the song made by the raindrops falling on the rooftop of his room. So what poet is missing and what he is feeling? He is still missing and feeling the lovable look given by her mother, and he is listening to the pitter-patter sound of the rain. The sound of the rain makes him correlate with his past and present. That is why poet is moved by the sound of the raindrops on the shingles of his room. Whenever he hears this sound, it brings back memories of the past, and he is reminded of his mother. Why the poet is having a close relation, or what we can say, a close relation with the rain? Why he is feeling so emotional with the rain? Why he is having an emotional touch with the rain? Because the rain and the raindrops brings all the past memories. It brings all the past memories, and top of all, the rain on the roof, it brings the memory of his mother. Literary devices in the poem. First of all, rhyming scheme: A, B, C, B, D, E, F, E. A, B, C, B, D, E, F, E. Now here, mother A, agon B. Mother dreamer. A, agon dawn. B, me, refrain rain, C. Like this. This is the rhyming scheme of the poem. A, B, C, B, D, E, F, E. A, B, C, B, D, E, F, E. Now, which word is repeating? B and E. Figure of speech: alliteration, where the consonant or a letter is repeated. What is alliteration? Don't get confused between repetition and alliteration. In alliteration, a letter is repeated, like humid harbor, H is repeated, starry spears, S is repeated, press pillow, P is repeated, lie listening, L is repeated. And in repetition, complete word is being repeated. Okay. Pitter, patter, pitter, patter. Patter, patter, patter. This is repetition. In repetition, complete word is repeated, and in alliteration, a consonant sound is repeated. Onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia, just consider the simple explanation of onomatopoeia is, in the poem, if any sound is expressed, like patter, jingle, tinkle, this is known as onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia means expression of sound. Okay. What is the use of sound words? Okay. The use of sound words to create dramatic effect and auditory imaginary. Patter is the used word to address sound. So what is onomatopoeia? The use of sound words. Okay. Personification, when a non-living thing is treated as a living being. When a non-living thing is treated as a living being, then that is called as personification. Transferred epithet, when an adjective of a noun is used with the another noun. When an adjective of a noun is used with the another noun. In melancholy darkness, the darkness is not melancholy, but it refers to the sad people. Okay, it is the people who are sad, but here darkness is said to be sad. So here the adjective is transferred from sad people to darkness. This is transferred epithet. This was for stanza 1. Stanza 2, again alliteration. Busy being, B sound. Their thread, TH sound. Rain roof, R sound. Onomatopoeia, when sound is expressed, tinkle, patter. Personification, treating a non-living thing as a living being. Recollection is personified when he says that they views dream. Transferred epithet, again when an adjective with a noun is transferred to another noun. When an adjective with a noun is transferred to another noun. Dreamy fancies. It does not mean that the fancies are dreamy, but refers to the people who have dreams. Fancies, they never be dreamy. Okay. People be dreamy. So, what is the adjective? Dreamy. To what noun it should go? It should go to people. But where it is transferred to? It is transferred to fancies. Okay? Dreamy fancies. The dreamy adjective should go with the people, go with the person. But with what it has transferred to? Fancies. So, dreamy fancies is the transferred epithet over here. Stanza 3, alliteration, memory of my mother, M sound is repeated, darling dreamers, D sound is repeated. Again, onomatopoeia, sound word is expressed, patter. Okay. Let's have a look over the hard words. Humid, something which is full of moisture. Shadows refers to the moisture-laden clouds which cast a shadow on the earth. Hover, move around something. Melancholy, as I told you earlier, sad. Bliss, happiness, blissful. Patter, sound of raindrops falling on the roof. Cottage chamber means the bedroom of the poet. Tinkle, short, light, ringing sound. Short, like, ringing sound. Shingles, as I told you, rectangular wooden tiles used on roofs. Echo, repeated sound. Woof, weft, that is the thread woven across the loom. What is woof? The thread woven across the loom. Patter, sound of the raindrops falling on the roof. Busy being, as I told you, busy being is human beings. Busy being means human beings, and who is human being here? The poet himself. Old poetic word for before. Dawn, daybreak, List, old poetic word for listen. Refrain, a repeated part of a song or a poem here, the sound of the rain. So here we end with the presentation. For more such presentations, for more such lessons, do like, share and subscribe this channel. Thank you and have a nice time.